It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure, and I mean that, to be here with Kenny and Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. One of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's been an all-star before, not really a household name, though. Does he get the underrated tag from you, Shaq?
Yeah, you know, he's never been the center of attention on his teams, even back in his college days at Florida. But very much a blue-collar post player. He brings it every night.
Well, if you're an NBA player or an NBA fan, you know, that really pays attention to the game, you know Al Horford and you know his abilities. But if you're a casual fan, I would say, yes, he is underrated to the casual fan, the people who kind of check in on just on the weekends. I would say they don't know how good he really is.
Very consistent, huh?
Oh, consistency is his middle name. It's Al Consistency Horford.
That's true, Shaq. You can look it up. That does it for now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
It's home for the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&TCenter. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. And, of course, Marcus Morris. His first game as a Boston Celtic, a very exciting day.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Hey, this Celtics team has established defense as a key part of its identity. Coach Brad Stevens said, it's got to be our DNA. If it's not, we're in trouble. Forward Jay Crowder added, we play hard. Guys don't like that in this league. They want an easy, flowing game, but we play hard. Kevin?
They've got some tough physical players, DA. They don't take plays off. Chris, the front court matchup. It's pretty intriguing tonight.
Oh, there's going to be a lot more contact. Pushing, shoving, battling for position. It's not a place for the faint of heart.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas and Smart, the feisty backcourt pairing. Jay Crowder out there with Horford, and it's Zeller in at the center position.
That's just the vision of Thomas, spotting the open man and delivering the ball on time and on target.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Can't hit from in close. Here's Crowder. And the shot falls short this time. On defense, Boston. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And to do it on the road in front of a hostile crowd, they maintain their poise. They maintain their focus. Just awesome to watch.
And so it's Boston with it after the basket by San Antonio. Horford, no luck. Parker against Thomas. Parker outside. Outside Leonard. The shot comes out. Now the Celtics take it the other way. A pull-up. And there's Zeller, and that's good on the assist from Smart.
You know what? He doesn't take bad shots either. Zeller with his feet set, able to bury the spot-up jumper.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Nobody near Parker. Crowder pulls it in.
He gets paid the big bucks to hit shots like that consistently. He failed to do so there.
The dish to Thomas. At the elbow, Horford. That one misses. Some solid defense from Gasol. For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Parker with another miss.
After 5 shots, they only have 1 make. Not a great start.
Crowder, the pass to Thomas. Dishes it to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Horford with the screen on Leonard. Picked by Horford. Pocket 6. It's Thomas outside. Offensive rebound. Zeller. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you got to credit his work ethic. Tyler Zeller has improved dramatically year after year. I mean, he's now very capable of starting center in this league.
And the Spurs organization, really the gold standard in the NBA. Greg, they just keep winning.
You have to be impressed with how they've acquired young star talent to kind of carry on that tradition. Usually when teams have their stars retire, they go through that rebuild phase. The Spurs only revamp and reload.
And so Zeller nails both of them.
And what a tremendous advantage. Bigs who can shoot from the line.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
And a dunk by Horford.
How about that assist? Accurate toss inside for the high percentage look.
Spurs trail by 4. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Gasol kicks to Leonard. Puts it up from 15. The rebound by the Celtics.
The defense is well aware of how good he is from there and did a great job of forcing that miss.
Smart misses.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
No, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And that's a well-placed pass right there, right where his teammate can do something with it.
Here's Thomas. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he's really balanced, getting his own shots and making plays for others. Finding that balance, total team contribution.
And Horford pulls it down. For Boston, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Now here's Thomas, looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Zeller. Shot clock at 6. Rejected by Gasol.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection. And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And Thomas, here we go. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. There's a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound, Celtics. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The NBA season can be a grind, Chris, especially in the meat of it, like right now. How do you stay sharp during these dog days of the season or the middle of the season?
That's a great question, Kevin. You just got to stay focused. I mean, whether that is how you eat, how you focus, or whether that's how you stay off of your feet. You just want to make sure you stay mentally sharp, you know, and a lot of that is hanging around your family and friends as well, making sure that you stay around those that love you to keep you pumped up.
Great points. And the Celtics gravitate towards scrappy players. They like guys, Chris, who can carry a chip on their shoulder.
Well, come on. That's been a common thread for this young team. Toughness, grit, and passion. A lot of their players were overlooked in the past, came to Boston, ticked off, and looked to prove a point.
And so Zeller nails both of them. And last season we had Kobe's retirement, but in the offseason we said goodbye to another legend, the terrific Tim Duncan. You know, Greg, there was talk he might hang it up, and he felt that he didn't have any more in him and called it a career after 19 incredible record-breaking seasons.
Yeah, and Timmy retired in the most Duncan way possible. Just quietly let it happen in the midst of the summer. No farewell tour or any of that. A big hit to the game of basketball to see one of the all-time greats walk away, but arguably one of the best two-way players to have ever played the game.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Kicks it to Horford. Now the pass to Zeller. He dishes it to Smart. Over to the wing. Here's Thomas. Boston, no good that time either.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Aldridge, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now Smart, looking for his first basket still in this one. Rejected by Gasol. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Crowder kicks to Zeller. And here is Green. 9 points last game. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Here's Aldridge, and the dunk by Aldridge.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now. Really surprised he clanked out. He makes those on the regular.
Leonard dishes to Parker. Kicks it out to Leonard. Takes the three. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That's good from Horford on the assist from Crowder. Horford's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Oh, nice look by Crowder, finding the open man.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Yeah, that was the focal point for them. Running a number of guys to the glass allowed them to completely overwhelm their opponent.
You'd better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. The 4th spot held down by Tony Parker.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
San Antonio leading by 3. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Back to Parker. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Thomas. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Releases. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Parker. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
I mean, you're right. A lot of wide open spaces. They were running around undefended all night.
And this last offseason, Pau Gasol coming over to the Spurs in free agency, it seems to be the exact kind of player that the Spurs would want on their team, especially with his basketball IQ. Pau liked the fit as well, and it didn't take long for him to join San Antonio.
And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And it's 6 points for Tony Parker.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Parker against Thomas. Feeds it to Smart. And Zeller kicks to Horford. This ball movement by Boston. It's stolen by Green. Leonard on the wing. There's the lob to Aldridge. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And for Gasol and the Spurs, it was actually another Gasol that was prompting Pau to join the team. His brother Mark told him, go to San Antonio.
And what is strange is that Mark is very much on a team that rivals the Spurs. So I don't think Mark was doing it just so he could battle his older brother 4 times a year. I think he meant what he said with the Spurs. They are a great organization and would probably make the best fit for Pau at the end of his career.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Rozier. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Mills with it to the paint. Here's Lee. Good work defensively by Morris.
Excellent D to force that miss there. That took real courage to risk being on the poster, being he's one of the best dunkers in the game. Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
San Antonio leading by 7. Now here's Mills. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Hey, that's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Boston's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here's Rozier. Now the feed to Green. Here's Morris. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
When Morris gets it down to the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Pass to Lee. To the middle. The alley-oop layup. Very well done. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. They set the screen. And it's Green missing.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Oh, no, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
And now it's a double-digit lead. Ginobili's got his first points of the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Rozier, the pass to Baines. Outside, Green tries a 3, cranes the three-pointer. Green's got 5 now.
And Morris does a great job keeping his head up, finding his teammate for quality shots.
Now Mills. His last outing, he had 8 points. Gay, that's a 2-pointer. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Morris, left side, shoots it. Great look, but off the mark. Spurs leading by 8. To the paint, it's tipped. Here's Laverne. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Laverne. Celtics trail by 11. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Rozier. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Lee with the steal. And here's Mills. Down low. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. For San Antonio, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. 5 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Rozier. And no good trying to get that one. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Spurs lead by 12. Live from the AT&TCenter in San Antonio. You're watching 2K Sports. And one of the most competitive men ever to play this game, Manu Ginobili, spoke with us about this year.
Just rely on what happened in the past, then you're stuck in the past. And we, many of us, maybe our last shot, our last season, we don't even know if we're going to have another season. So, you know, we want to do as good as we can.
Well, the fire is still there, but the energy and the ability, guys, to get it done physically, let's face it, at this point, Ginobili's mostly gutting it out.
Still, you know, though, he'll either beat you or go down swinging. Just a tough individual.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Yeah, they've been dynamite with the rim protection. Their rotations have been quick, decisive, really a confident performance.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Boston, we've got Gerald Green. Marcus Morris is out there with Brown. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Rozier in at the point guard position. Now here's Mills. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Pulls up, and the basket by Rozier.
A fantastic shot by Rozier. I mean, exactly the kind of shot you want him taking when he's got space.
And San Antonio shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Gay, a screen on Brown. Mills dishes to Gay from downtown. Rebound Boston. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kawhi Leonard is a low-key superstar. He doesn't have 5 words to say to anybody. He said recently, "I'm not one of the guys in it for the fame. I'm here so I can take care of my family, take care of myself. Love the game of basketball, and as long as I can keep playing and try to get some more championships with the organization, I'll be happy." And that makes him a perfect fit with this franchise, Kevin.
All about the game, DA. Thanks. Here's Mills, following the three-pointer by Boston. Passes it to Lee. Gay outside. Back to Lee. To the paint. Here's Laverne, and he uses the glass on the layup. Laverne's got 6.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Oh, you're asking me? The defense has been garbaggio. I've lost track. The D has been non-existent, and they've taken full advantage of it.
Now, here is Morris. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he's really balanced, getting his own shots and making plays for others. finding that balance. Total team contribution.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Baines. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And Mills kicks to Laverne. He feeds it to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Inside. No good from Lee.
He's usually very dependable from that range, but the D got themselves in that play and got him off kilter.
And in a draft class full of great wing players, it is easy to sleep on Jaylen Brown, but he can become a great player. Has everything you want from a wing in terms of skill set and that physicality. He could have a ceiling just as high as anybody else in this draft.
Morris, no good. Spurs leading by 9. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Mills has got his first points in this one. So the Celtics call timeout, their first. And you look at Jaylen Brown, he can go at the rim, pull up to shoot, plays good D. If his jumper gets a little more consistent, he can be scary.
Yeah, and that is what this team was hoping for when they drafted him. Just looking at the areas that he needs to work on, they are all, I think, correctable things. He's going to put up a lot of highlights over the course of his career.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Oh, well, they have to become more physical defensively and really commit to protecting that painted area.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the Celtics.
And the bigs are getting their lion's share of the rebounds. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do, but they've got bigger issues right now and other holes to fill if they're going to stage a comeback.
Celtics trail by 11. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Here's Zeller. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Spurs have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Leonard. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Well, somebody needs to wake them up and tell them they need to put forth a much better effort on D if they want to get back in this one.
Well, going into the 2011 draft, the Spurs said it was a tough decision to trade away George Hill in exchange for the pick that became Kawhi Leonard. No remorse on that one now, though. Once again, the Spurs struck gold as Kawhi has developed into a true superstar.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And with Kawhi Leonard, who is the high school Mr. California basketball, interesting to look, Greg, at all the things he's done. Looking back and realize he was only lightly recruited coming out of high school.
Yeah, and he committed early to San Diego State and stuck with them once the bigger schools came calling. The ankles were an issue. I think that might have caused his draft stock to fall a bit in 2011. Only ended up going 15th in that draft, but in hindsight, probably the best player from that class. And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Parker after the basket by Boston. He kicks to Gasol. Inside, stolen by Smart. Thomas gets a wide open look. No good that time. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
Just a rough game for him so far. No made shots so far, and his team is hurting because of it.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Zeller, a screen on Parker. It's Thomas outside. Here's Zeller. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Chris, there may be some debate around the league right now, but in your mind, who is the best power forward in the game when you take everything into account?
Wow, I mean, you look at Anthony Davis, Blake Griffin, Draymond Green, Zebo. When I look at all of them, I'd probably have to go with Draymond Green because he plays defense, he rebounds well. Anthony Davis is right there, and maybe just his teammates haven't allowed me to pick him. But you know what? I would have to say Draymond Green and Anthony Davis are on my short list.
Yeah. Now, here's Parker. He's got 6. Outside Leonard. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Now, in 2013, the Celtics began their rebuild in earnest. Right away, they made some great moves hiring Brad Stevens from the college ranks to take over as head coach. And also, a terrific trade with Brooklyn, getting 3 first-round picks and the right to swap picks in exchange for Garnett and Paul Pierce.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And you talk about that trade with the Nets. Looking back, what a trade for the Celtics.
Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah, Brooklyn's run with Pierce and KG was short-lived, and as their fortunes have waned, it's been one heck of a windfall for these guys in green. So many young assets. You knew they had to make some moves just to fit their roster limitations.
Good on both.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Thomas against Parker. Outside Thomas. The dish to Zeller. 6 to shoot. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Warriors. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And of course San Antonio, a few slots below them.
And you know, right now for San Antonio, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
They're really looking good as this season winds down. They should take pride in being one of the elite teams in their conference throughout this season.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Down low, the 9-foot shot. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Boston called for the foul. For San Antonio, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And the Celtics certainly following the league trends offensively. Chris, one of the fastest-paced teams in the league, and they shoot a lot of threes.
Well, one of the more data-driven organizations trying to find the most effective ways to score. It's paying off. Last season, they were in the top half of the league in offensive efficiency for the first time in 6 seasons.
Here's Parker. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Parker passes to Leonard. San Antonio again missing. Dishes it to Smart. Back to Thomas. Here's Horford. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
How about Horford there showing the jump shot? More of a set shot, really, but at his size, he can get it off.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Leonard against Zeller. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Even though he's struggling with the shot, it hasn't stopped his team from getting in front and maintaining this lead.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
To the inside. And Boston with the rebound. Zeller's got 7 rebounds in the game. Smart and good. as it just snugs right down through the net.
Off the dribble, smart, showing the body control on that shot.
San Antonio leading by 9. Parker outside, pass to Gasol. Kicks to Leonard. Green, the screen. Down low, here's Parker, and the layup is good. Parker's got 8 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Chris, you had a lengthy career that spanned a decade and a half. In all your years as a player, who was the biggest trash talker that you either played with or against?
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry Bird was a big trash talker, and I got a chance to play with him in Dream Team and other basketball-type settings. He was one of them. You also got to go with my man GP, Gary Payton. He was a big trash talker, and I'd probably have to go with my man Larry Bird or GP, Gary Payton, 6'4" GP. I was on the plane with him one time, and he was talking trash in his sleep. So, Gary's somewhere talking right now, playing the game. So, yeah, that's Gary's style. He's the biggest trash talker I ever met.
On defense, the Spurs. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Parker. 8 points for him. Gasol, a screen on Thomas. Parker kicks to Gasol. The pass to Leonard. Gasol setting the pick for Leonard. Off the screen. Rebounded by the Celtics. Zeller's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Crowder, the pass to Horford. Gasol with the steal. The 15-footer. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Leonard's got 9 points in the quarter.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Man, sometimes you get into a zone for a few games, and the basket seems as if it's wide as the ocean.
Now here's Leonard. After the miss from Tyler Zeller. Outside Gasol. To the paint. 8 feet away. And it's Aldridge with the bucket inside. Aldridge has got 6 points.
Unselfish feed. The bounce pass being used to perfection.
Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Zeller. Boston again missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And Aldridge slams it in.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
But that's all about going back to the fundamentals. Defensive rebounding, you got to have it, especially when you're getting waxed. His head doesn't look in the game right now. He can't seem to connect on any shot he takes out there.
Spurs leading by 15. Leonard dishes to Gasol. Parker outside. Thomas with the steal. It's Crowder on the wing. Outside Thomas. To the inside. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Thomas. And 12 points for Tyler Zeller.
A high efficiency scorer. Inside. Zeller with those great soft hands. And just think, Isaiah Thomas acquired by the Celtics in a deadline deal back in 2015. And for a team in desperate need of more scoring punch, he's been the perfect fit.
And the Celtics acquiring Thomas, future All-Star in a budget contract, in exchange for a late first-round pick. I think Chris, it worked out for him.
I think so, too. He's a dynamic scorer. He's the straw that stirs the drink for them at the offensive end. The Celtics believed in his talent, and they're reaping the rewards.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Spurs leading by 13. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Feeds it to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gay. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Brown. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Gay kicks to Laverne. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Mills with it. Picked up by Brown. Here's Gay. Another miss by Gay.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Oh, no, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
And it's Brown missing. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ginobili kicks to Lee. Here's Mills. Nobody near Gay. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gay's got 5.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Here's Rozier. And here's Green outside. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Spurs out in front, up by 16. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the key to having such a strong first half?
We played good D.
That was 4 words. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, right there. And Shaquille O'Neal, he's right there. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, Kawhi Leonard took the game over a little bit. If it wasn't his scoring, it was his hard-nosed rebounding and lockdown defense. It's amazing to see the strides he's made over the years, becoming a complete basketball player. He's now personally able to dominate a whole half of basketball, as we just saw.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
We welcome you back to San Antonio. Always so much to do along the Riverwalk, which this bridge spans, such a vibrant part of the city. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because in that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
Now, you love the intuition he brings to the game and the leadership he provides for his team. It's what you're looking for out of your top playmakers.
Spurs leading by 16. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know about the championships that the Spurs have won, but it's their culture that is admired around the league. Coach Popovich said, "I've been fortunate with the guys I've had come through here. My job is pretty easy when people have that character. You don't have to convince them to get over themselves or to feel responsible to each other. It makes it easier to have a team that enjoys playing together." Kevin?
All right, DA, thanks. Being modest certainly is Coach Pop. He chose the players who fit, certainly. Now here's Crowder, following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Thomas against Parker. Here's and Gasol slams it in.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
Horford with the screen on Parker. Horford high post. Knocked away.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Green with the ball. Out guarded by Smart and finished off by Gasol.
Man, fantastic chemistry on that play. You have to admire the unselfishness.
Thomas against Parker. Rejected by Gasol. And he recovers it. San Antonio leading by 20. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Horford. You know, it's interesting, the classy LaMarcus Aldridge, first drafted by Chicago, then the rights traded to the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, Greg, he was seen as a complimentary piece initially to their stars, but by the time he left, many wondered also, he's now a superstar, but could he embrace a smaller role, especially a smaller scoring role with the San Antonio Spurs?
And it shows how far he came during his time in Portland. Last season, some of the lowest minutes and points per game of his career, but he was efficient, rebounded and blocked shots at a higher clip, and he wanted a chance to compete at the highest level.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Thomas against Parker. Thomas passes to Horford. Thomas with the ball. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
Well, rough beginning to the half. They haven't been able to get on the board yet.
Gasol. Then Gasol with the dunk.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
I mean, it's just been one of those days for them. It seems like all their shots are dropping for them.
Now here's Thomas. The feed to Zeller. To the middle. Here's Horford. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And that's what Horford can open things up for the whole team offensively. I mean, that's where he can. Off the catch and shoot, bottoms up.
Parker kicks to Gasol. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Here's Green. Rebounded by Smart. Smart's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Takes it from 10. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Smart's got 6 points. Spurs leading by 20. Parker outside. Pass to Aldridge. Gasol a screen. Passes it to Green. Inside Leaner. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. 5 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, Chris, we're seeing around the NBA, from the Warriors to the Spurs to so many, the value of great passing from all 5 positions, but especially the big men, especially the front court. In your opinion, what advantages does a big man have as a playmaker?
Well, the big man has many advantages. One, if he's a beast on the post like he should be, Kevin, he should be drawing double teams. And what does that allow? That means that there are 3 on 4 on the rest of the play. 3 defensive players against 4 offensive players. And if he swings that ball quickly, just let the mathematics alone do the trick, and you move that ball and you'll have an advantage. What else does it do? Sometimes the player is taller and he can see over the defense and maybe attack from angles that shorter players can't do. And third, what does it do? Big guys on defense are not used to playing outside of the free throw line defensively. And so therefore your defender may not be as strong and therefore get his hands on deflections and things that you may see happening from guards. So yeah, you're right. The big fellas that have always been some of the best players in the post have been some of the best passers. And right now you're seeing that in order to be in the game, you're going to have to make your teammates better and not just be an endless hole in there when they throw the ball to you.
Yeah, great perspective. Parker with the steal. Zeller against Gasol. Parker kicks to Leonard. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And the continuity for the Spurs, really, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that trio of Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, the most successful trio in the history of the NBA.
And for the Spurs, their star players have all taken less, Greg, in free agency in order to stay in San Antonio.
Yes, earning bigger markets and bigger paychecks. It's a family atmosphere in the Spurs organization. It's rare to see a single player start and finish his career with one team, much less 3 teammates.
Leonard hits them both. And the Celtics with a time-tested temper. Stock up on tough defenders, Chris, and find just enough offense to get the job done.
Well, and a scorer like Isaiah Thomas can really move that needle. But you're so right. So many talent evaluators, they just get infatuated with scoring. But when you start by looking for defenders, I think you're closer to a winning recipe.
Here's Parker following the basket by Al Horford. Leonard with a screen on Crowder. Parker dishes to Leonard. Back to Parker. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Morris is checked in for the Celtics.
And after battling a hamstring injury a couple seasons ago, Tony Parker is stepping up his physical maintenance and preparation regimen. More stretching and warming up before games, more recovery work afterwards. He's doing what it takes to stay healthy.
And Greg, talking about Tony Parker, the current deal has him signed through 2018. Once one of the fastest players in the league. Do you think he's lost a step?
He may have, but so much experience and veteran savvy. And he knows how to keep defenders off balance, which is key. I think he's taking a page from Jason Kidd as well, working on his three-pointer to try to age more gracefully on the offensive end.
Now here's Thomas. He feeds it to Zeller.
Now, this would be a totally different ball game if his shot was on target like it usually is.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And that one falls for Zeller. And so Zeller nails both of them. And the Spurs with possession here. Outside Aldridge. He kicks to Parker. Back to Aldridge. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Horford.
You gotta love the effort from Parker, constantly helping get his teammates involved. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Celtics shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Smart passes to Thomas. Morris outside. Kept alive by Boston.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and it's paying off for them.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Here's Green. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
That's good from Green. And the Spurs with some changes. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Parker. And then for Boston, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Brown comes in for Al Horford. And it's Gerald Green in for Marcus Smart. And both free throws good for Green. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside, Green expanding his range. San Antonio with the rebound. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Gay outside. Green in the post. He's against Green, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Lee's checked in for the Spurs. Ginobili comes in for Green. Rozier, he's checked in for the Celtics. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And one thing with Rudy Gay is that you know what he's going to give you each game. One of the more reliable scorers in this league.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line. And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Gay. He's averaging about 19 points per, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Here's Rozier. He has 5. Morris outside. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Chris, for Rudy Gay, he's reliable game to game as a scorer.
And you sure can't overstate how important that is to a team. You always want to have someone that can get buckets every night. Rudy Gay has been that guy his whole life.
Here's Baines after the made shot from Manu Ginobili. And Baines kicks to Green. No good again that time. The Spurs have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. The dish to Mills. The 3. And Baines pulls it down. And for the Celtics, they're shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point.
Kevin, you love how Morris keeps his focus on the basket. You can whack him all you want, but he's still going to knock down those shots. Now, you have to like the efficiency that Marcus Morris plays with. Not so much his shooting percentages, but how effective he can be without touches. He can score without taking a lot of shots. He knows how to follow up misses in the paint and get second chance scores.
Now here's Mills. Ginobili outside. Laverne dishes to Gay. Back to Laverne. It's picked off. And here's the break. Here's Brown. Tries again. It's tipped. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. To the paint. It's tipped. Ginobili against Brown. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And with the qualities, Chris, you describe about Marcus Morris, that's why he's viewed as a valuable role player on this team.
Well, Kev, you have to love him. He can eat up minutes on the floor and not necessarily need to be involved to leave his mark on the game. You don't have to call a lot of plays for this guy. He can fit into any lineup and play multiple positions, which helps too.
That free throw good from Laverne. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Boston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Morris a screen. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. In fourth, the Spurs.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Spurs have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And Mills kicks to Lee. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Green. Good work there as it goes. Green's got his third basket of the night.
Where is the rim protection? Embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
And San Antonio shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
At the line for your Spurs, Patty Mills. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Celtics coach Brad Stevens, a big believer, Chris, in keeping things as simple as he can for the players.
And very focused. From the first day when he took over, he showed the players the numbers of where the team had to get better. Just as important, he showed them how thin a margin separated them from being the top seed or missing the playoffs completely. That breeds confidence, but also focus. They realize how every play matters.
Now, here is Morris. He has 5.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Ginobili, that's for 2. The dive for the ball. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Ginobili. 4th and 3-point field goal percentage. And he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
Here's Rozier, covered by Mills. Outside, Green puts up a 3. Kept alive by Boston.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
Here's Rozier. Oh, that's blocked. Now, here's Laverne. 8 points for him. Got that one up quick. 8 points for Manu Ginobili.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Rozier, covered by Mills. Shots good by Baines.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
Mills passes to Ginobili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Now, here's Laverne. He's guarded closely. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
One shot.
That free throw good from Laverne. Boston's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Rozier. He's got 5. Dishes it to Green. Morris kicks to Green. 5 on the clock. Brown outside. Good work defensively by Gay.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Mills can't hit.
The defense took a big risk leaving him wide open and got lucky. He clanked that outside shot.
And there's the call on Ginobili. That's his first foul. Here's Green. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now Mills. And here's Laverne. Mills in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short. The Celtics shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Mills dishes to Gay. Down low, it's stolen by Morris. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Baines, it's deflected. Here's Laverne, kicks it out to Gay. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Here's Rozier. Doesn't go that time. Solid defense there from Ginobili. Spurs shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance. Baines passes to Rozier. And here's Morris for 3. That one no good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Spurs out in front, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay? Make sure on the bench when we come back, we lift it. We lift it.
One of the team's great young teachers, Brad Stevens, wanting his guys to control the tempo.
Yeah, and he feels if they push it, if they attack intelligently, it's going to be to their advantage.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. On the floor for Boston, we've got Aaron Baines. Jackson is out there with Rozier, and it's Young, and it's Crowder in at the power forward position. The Spurs shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Murray kicks to Mills. Pass to Murray. Lee sets a screen for Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson wide open. And Boston with the rebound. Mills in the corner. Kicks it to Murray. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. Murray's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Spurs. Here's Boston now. Jackson with it. And we're seeing more and more coaches, Chris, taking on a dual role as both head coach and director of basketball operations, being their own general manager. About 5 teams with that arrangement. More to come, I think. What do you think?
Well, I think if you're a coach and you prove that you can handle that responsibility, yes. But I don't think it is something for the weary of heart. You take on more responsibility. But I do think, though, it gives you more power as a coach because now you just aren't sitting guys down or the threat of the bench isn't your only help. Also, you know, the threat of the trade can help and give guys, coaches that much more power too. So I don't know if we'll see it as much as you think, because it may be a conflict of interest at times there, but I think for the best ones and for the good ones, or for the ones that earn the trust of their teams, you'll see that.
Very good point. So it's the Celtics now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose and stolen by Murray. The pass to Lee. Here's Pertinis, and that one off the back of the rim and in. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Rozier. There's the screen. He dishes it to Crowder. Pass to Rozier. Just 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Jackson. No good on that one. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Murray dishes to Mills. Crowder against Anderson. In the corner, Murray with it. Inside, it's tipped. And Anderson kicks to Murray. And they will call over the back on the play. It's getting harder and harder to become an NBA owner. Franchise values are skyrocketing. The league, Chris, as you know, has set limits on how many minority owners a team can have. 25 per team is the number. They each have to own at least 1%.
Well, you know, there's only 30 of them, and the chance to make your impact on the franchise is just tremendously exciting. You know, we've seen in the past years where ownership groups could become very fragmented, so I definitely understand that train of thought.
Great perspective. The Celtics making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Jackson kicks to Horford. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Oh, man, Horford, I mean, getting loose out there, having a game for himself offensively.
Now here's Parker. Picked by Lee. Parker kicks to Murray. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And it's slammed in by Young.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Now, here's Parker. Here's Murray up on top. Right side, Lee. Goes up the baseline. San Antonio again missing.
Oh, even though he has been lost in the shuffle, his team remains in front.
The shot's good.
Terrific ball movement. No surprise it leads to a good shot.
Spurs have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray, picked by Lee, and no good, trying to use the glass. Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Jackson has the open look, but he gets it back.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and he's paying off for it. He's really had a rough quarter on the offensive side of the floor.
And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Murray, the pass to Bertens. And Boston with the rebound. Zeller's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And the call will be against David Lee. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Next season, we'll start seeing sponsorship on jerseys. On the left shoulder, a patch will be on the jersey. What do you think of that?
I think it's going to take some getting used to. You know, I'm used to seeing the name, the logo, the plane on there. It's going to take some getting used to. We'll see.
Yeah. Here is Parker after the basket by Boston. Anderson outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Murray. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. pick by Zeller. Takes a three. Again, the miss by Jackson.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Anderson's shot is off. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Jackson up top. He's covered by Murray. And stolen by Murray. Lobbed up there for Anderson. And now here comes Young leading the break. Boston again missing. The Spurs shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Anderson dishes to Murray. On the wing, Lee. To the inside. Anderson's shot is off.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
Boston, no good that time either.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Well, it hasn't been his best, just to say the least. He just needs to calm down out there and let the game come in.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting a low 30% mark from the field. And a dunk by Horford.
Oh, don't get in his way. Horford not to be denied when he gets in that close.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Now here's Lee for three. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 11 rebounds in the game. Jackson in the corner. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And turnover in the league, we're seeing it right now. A new commissioner, a new director of the Players Association. Chris, new owners. Do you like the way things are going in that regard?
I do. Basketball is in great hands, and thanks to our past commissioner, and I think that, we have great leadership, and we're continuing in the way that we were going, and that's basketball for everyone. And I love watching the game expand, evolve, and continue to grow.
Well said. No good on the free throw. Laverne, he's checked in for Lee. The Celtics also with a sub. Brown, he's checked in for Crowder. No good on the second free throw.
He has been just terrible this game. A real negative for his team.
Anderson against Horford. The fadeaway. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Anderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Good things come to those who go inside the paint.
To the middle. Here's Zeller. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 5th assist in this one. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Parker kicks to Murray. Puts it up from 12. Another one falls for San Antonio.
He's been basically perfect so far in this quarter, especially on offense.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Jackson kicks to Horford. Right at the free throw line. Rebounded by the Spurs. And here is Murray. Anderson passes to Parker. Shoots a three. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And Parker just so smart about knowing when to take three-pointers. A lot of confidence from him there, sinking the outside shot.
Now here's Jackson. Unloads from 13. Almost, but it rolls out. The Spurs have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Parker kicks to Anderson. Murray dishes to Laverne. Offensive rebound. Here's Pertinis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Keep it simple, know yourself, and that's how he gets his minutes. He doesn't stop battling for rebounds even when the score is lopsided. He knows his role.
And going into this last draft, some new rules allowing college players more leeway, Chris, to test the NBA draft waters. Do you like that change?
I do like that change. I like it for the team, so they get a little more time to examine players and study and see who they really want. And I really like it for the players. You know, this is the biggest decision of some of these guys' lives, and being able to decide if you really want to go forward with it, or do you need a little more time, or evaluate where you are in the process. You know, I think that's very important, and so I think it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, great points. Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Murray. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Young with the ball. Picked up by Ginobili. Young against Ginobili. 5 to shoot. Jackson passes to Zeller. Count that bucket. Zeller's got 20.
Man, fantastic chemistry on that play. You have to admire the unselfishness.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Now here's Murray, guarded by Jackson. Murray dishes to Ginobili. Feeds it to Murray. To the wing right side. Shoots. Shot's good by Laverne.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Boston shooting 44% in the 4th. The offense with some ups and downs. And Young kicks to Zeller. Chris, every year we see less and less of the classic 20 and 10 big men. You average 20 points and 10 rebounds for your career. Why do you think we are seeing less big men hit those benchmarks?
You know what? I really don't know. I can't even act like I do, Kevin. You know, that was a different time, and I look at these kids now and I watch them play, and I'm in awe, and I admire their skill sets, and so I'm really not sure about that, but my mom always used to tell me, stay focused on what you could do, so I'm glad I stayed focused on hitting them boards and trying to get our team to get some wins.
Well said. Mills, he's checked in for Murray. Anderson, a screen on Jackson. Shoots the 3, and it's Patty Mills with the 3.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
Wow. Bad defense can cost you dearly. I'd be surprised if they found a way to get back in this one.
San Antonio's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. The feed to Anderson. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for San Antonio.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep. Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Gasol.
His work ethic at the defensive end was incredible. He was contesting every shot he was anywhere near. His block total was impressive, but his impact went way beyond what you can see in the stats. He was in guys' heads out there.
Young passes to Jackson. He drains the quick shot.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Well, it's really too bad that they found themselves a little too late in this one.
Now here's Mills. Anderson passes to Bertans. Hands it from downtown.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
Well, look, you always want to give your all for your home crowd, and so far, they have done just that.
Young against Ginobili. Here's Zeller. The rebound by Anderson. Now Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Where do you think your team is right now at this point in the season?
Well, we've done a lot better. We've done a lot better recently, and we want to continue. We don't want to get complacent. I think we still got ways to go and things to improve. But we're definitely doing a lot better than we were.
Great performance tonight, pal. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol. He posted a double-double tonight, points and rebounds. You can see the energy he brings to this team and the difference he makes when he's on his game.
Listen, he shot lights out from the floor, and not by accident. The job he did to find the open shots, get high percentage looks, is fantastic. And when he got those open looks, he don't miss, baby. He do not miss.
Well, when Pau Gasol decides to take the game over like he did tonight, he owns the low post. Because two things have to happen. If you play him single coverage, he scores on you in the low post. If you double team him, he's a great passer, a complete ownership of the paint.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.